that man. Say hello, Rooney. Hello. Smile, Pandu. Hey, Monyet. So a couple of things that I thought were quite interesting about this beach. It's not really an island. I'll show you on the map, but it's a promontory, a lumpy promontory that's sort of a quasi-island. But there's a couple of things that are interesting. One is behind me now. Since the Jokowi, the president of Indonesia, came to power, he's been actively trying to clamp down on illegal fishing. And one of the things that they have is a policy of seizing illegal fishing vessels. When I say illegal, we are talking about the sort of ships that are persistently changing their flags for flags of convenience, and to avoid criminal charges against their previous incarnation. But what the Indonesians have been doing is that when they capture one of these vessels, they impound it and then they sink it. I'm not sure about the idea of sinking it ecologically, but anyway, so this is one of them. This is a Vietnamese fishing boat that they just decided to sink. Personally, I prefer it to be sunk in deeper water, become a reef or whatever, but hey, I think it's good that they are clamping down on illegal fishing. I'll have to look more into that to understand really what the rationale is and the location and why they chose to do it there. But anyway, the other thing is that towards the closing part of the Second World War, the Japanese, they knew they were losing, obviously, and in this place and on other islands in Southeast Asia, they started putting torpedo boats, motorboats with explosives on board, inside little caves, and waiting for Allied shipping to go past, and then they would try and ram this shipping with these motorboats, very much like a seaborne kamikaze. And on this particular stretch of coastline, I haven't found it yet, but I think it's just round the headland, there's some of these caves that were, they just put these poor soldiers in on a suicide mission with some food and water and a boat plagued with explosives to do as much damage as they could. So I had to laugh at myself. I mentioned, I think a few days ago, the footprint on the beach in Robinson Crusoe. So I'm walking along the beach here. I hope you can see that. It's my own man Friday. Unfortunately, there's millions of footprints here, but anyway, I thought you'd enjoy that. This is a lot more interesting than footprints on the beach. You can see there. I'm not up on my reptiles, but some sort of, not iguana. I mean, we're in Indonesia, so I forget the name of the beasts, but I'll go and have a look. So the lizard has disappeared over there, but what's really interesting, when we're talking about tracks, so you can see here the trail of the lizard. So this is his tail dragging in the ground, and obviously up here, this is the point where his change of direction. He saw me looking at me, saw me looking at him, and headed off into the jungle. He's gone in there somewhere now. So this is the trail of the lizard where it went into the jungle, and obviously you can see the track of his tail, but also if you can see just here and then coming back here and then somewhere back here, you can see his little footprints as well, which is, well, it's obvious, you'd expect it. But you can see also there's another trail, another lizard trail coming out of the jungle here. There's a footprint here, and what's interesting about this footprint is you can see that it's got both a clearly defined straight edges at the back, which would indicate someone wearing footwear, but then also clear toe prints at the front. So I would hazard a guess that that's someone wearing some flip-flops that are slightly too short for them, and their toes are hanging over the front. Anyway, pure supposition at this point. I'm going to see if we can find some monkey tracks as well, because I understand in the national park here there's quite a few monkeys.